guys, welcome to my very first art journal video. So this is a very new video for me. I just, you noticed that I haven't really been posting a lot of speed paints or art focused videos or anything like that. I've been doing a lot of studio vlogs on my channel for a while just because it's the thing that I enjoy the most, but lately I've been missing doing more art focused videos like speed paints and stuff like that. So I came up with this idea, what I call an art journal. I looked a little bit around on YouTube for other art journal videos, but I've only found videos about people and their sketchbooks and having an art journal about their inspirations, pretty much just sketchbooks. If you guys find any art journal videos that are kind of similar to what I'm doing or what I'm gonna be talking about, please let me know. I'd really love to see how they are. But yeah, I wanted to do an art video that I would be happy with. The issue I had with doing speed paints a while back and still is that a lot of the time my art changes and my art style kind of goes from one thing to the other, and I like to experiment a lot. So I don't really like laying out art in a permanent video form because I don't like to think about it or look back at it, because I know that my art has changed, and so it doesn't make me feel comfortable, and I don't really like drawing under pressure. So I tried to find something that I like to do, which is I like to watch a lot of bullet journaling videos. I like to put them in the background while I'm working on other stuff. But I never thought of myself as somebody who would be using a bullet journal just because I'm already creative in other ways, like in my art and stuff like that. And doing a bullet journal is very, very, art heavy. So I wanted to kind of delegate all my effort properly and not be too creative on so many things, just so I don't go insane, if that makes any sense. I'm going to apologize too that I'm going to be saying a lot of ums and also kind of talking a lot about different topics in this video, just because this is my first art journal video and I want to introduce what I'm talking about and what I'm doing, just so you can get the context, the behind the scenes, I guess, of what's going on here in this video, because I really enjoy doing this and I wanted to know if you guys did too, and maybe I can do this every month. It's going to be very loose. I think the art journal is not going to be just stuff that I do every month. Like for this 3 pages that I'm doing right now, it's kind of like highlighting the events of August 2019, the stuff that I did during that month, which is another point I wanted to talk about. Like I said earlier, I do a lot of studio vlogs in this channel. I've been doing them pretty much exclusively for a long time now, and it's kind of embarrassing for me to be doing an art video that also deals with stuff that happens in my life. It feels a little bit narcissistic and quite redundant. But again, I was trying to find a balance between doing a speed paint video and also something that I know that I will enjoy and be okay with having in a permanent video format. And I really, like I said again, had a lot of fun doing these pages, and I would really like to do them again. Another point I wanted to make, even though it is kind of redundant doing a lot of life stuff in my art, my work is really focused on my life. I draw a lot of inspiration from the stuff that I experience and the stuff that I do every day. So this is me justifying my choices in this art journal video, but I hope you enjoy it anyway, and if you don't, let me know. So I just wanted to put that out there just so you guys know that I am embarrassed for being a little bit narcissistic. So yeah. The content of the pages is going to be different from time to time. It's not going to be strictly stuff that happened to me through the month of August like I'm doing here. It might be, I don't know, a page or a couple spreads of maybe inspirations or something like that. Like I mentioned, some sketchbooks have done, or some art journals that I've seen have done. It could be some drawings that I want to do. It's gonna be quite open. I wanted to start with something very bullet journal-y, so I did this kind of spread of things that happened in August, some highlights of my month. I am going to talk a little bit about the stuff that I've used. So there is a whole mix of things that I'm using. I'm using kind of like my full array of art supplies. Obviously I'm not using any pastel or anything like that because I don't really need it. I didn't really need it. I didn't find that I would need it. So let me mention the main things that I'm using. For writing, I really like using this pen that I'm using right now. As you can see, it's called the Dixon Porous Point Pen Fine Point Trend, and it actually is not waterproof, so I have to be really careful when I use it. And the waterproof pen that I am using is the Pigma Micron 03 size, and it's waterproof, so I use it for, like in this one, this Fritz package that I'm drawing, I'm actually using the Micron because it's waterproof. And yeah, like I said, the stuff in the video or the pages is pretty self-explanatory. I really wanted it to be loose, kind of drawing the things that come up in my mind when I am, well, with a particular theme, of course. I don't know if you heard that, but my phone dinged. So I'm also using from time to time some markers that I got from MUJI. They were more expensive than I thought they were, but I don't use them as much as I thought. I didn't use them as much as I thought in these pages. I thought I'd use them more. I'm also using a bunch of Prismacolor pencil crayons, but for the most part, the most prominent supplies I'm using, like I mentioned, were the this Micron pen that I have on screen right now, and also that Dixon pen. I really like using this for writing, so it's gonna appear a lot. I'm gonna try and remember to link the main stuff down below. And oh yes, and I'm using a lot of highlighters too for some of the text, just some regular highlighters from Staples. And then the watercolor that I'm using is the watercolor that I've used forever. It's the Sakura Koi Watercolours. I have a pan set of those, so I use those a lot in these pages. And yeah, like I said, very loose ideas of the stuff that's happening. I draw some inspiration from bullet journals. It's a lot of very intimate content, but also content that I do not mind sharing. I feel like I already said this, I feel really embarrassed for doing stuff that I've already maybe talked about in vlogs, but I hope you enjoy it anyway, because I really enjoyed making these pages for you guys. And I thought this was a really cute idea to do for the month of August, because it was a lot of birthdays. I don't know if that's a lot, but 3 was a lot for me, and I had to buy gifts for all 3 of these people, so it was I just thought I'd add that in here. And the next thing I'm doing right now is this 3 drawings of me experiencing my avocado pit actually germinating. I did it on a whim. I was like, I had a bunch of avocados and I decided I'd put one of them in a pot of soil, and it took maybe 2 or 3 months to actually germinate. I just left it outside in my backyard and I just checked and it grew quite big. I don't know if it's gonna last through the winter. I've watched 1 or 2 videos about growing an avocado plant in North America, and it's very finicky, it's very hard. You need to keep it warm, you need to really watch it all the time, so I just thought it was a fun thing to do, and I'm surprised it actually germinated, so I decided to add that on this spread. I really like the sequence of drawings. I'm gonna incorporate a lot of little comics like this. I miss doing them. I haven't done them in a long time. I've been really focused on doing a lot of finished pieces last year and towards the beginning of this year. I find that I'm slowing down in that, and I'm experiencing a little bit of art block, so doing these little comics and stuff is really helpful for me. Yes, and I thought I would include something about Inktober because it actually came up in my thoughts in August, late August for sure, but it's gonna be in my mind for a while. I really enjoy participating in Inktober. I don't put a lot of pressure on myself to kind of show stuff on social media. I put pressure on myself for on myself as a challenge, but not to post. I feel like there are some people who participate who participate in Inktober because they really want the social media traffic, and I want that too, but I've kind of moved on from just being focused on kind of putting it out all up on social media. I like doing it for sure, and I like the attention like any artist does, but I've kind of, for Inktober, I really enjoy just working in ink. So a challenge for a month where you draw in ink for the whole month is pretty fun for me, and I kind of take it as a challenge. But we'll see if I can get to do it this October, because I will be away for the first few days. Oh yeah, there was one thing I wanted to talk about that you know, came to my mind, but then I forgot it at this moment because I'm distracted by the drawings that I'm doing. Yeah, so Inktober, and then I wanted to add this part at the end where I wanted to kind of list some things that I was really looking forward to. I've narrowed them down to 3. So obviously I'm looking forward to sweater weather, which is finally upon us. It's been hot in Toronto this summer, very, very hot, so I'm very glad for autumn to come in. And then obviously I'm looking forward to Halloween, which is spooky month, and then also my trip to Europe, which is gonna be quite nice. I've been preparing for that for a while. If you've been watching the vlogs, I can't stop talking about it. So that's gonna be happening in September and early October. And then I added a outfit that I wanted to do, that I wanted to kind of fill the space in. So a lot of the exercise of this 3 pages or these art journal is to kind of play around with layouts and composition. I don't know, I'm very satisfied looking at pages that are full of things. When I was in high school and even elementary school, I really loved filling up my agenda of just sometimes just random stuff, just so I can see the page filled up, because that's really satisfying to me. And that's really also why I really love watching bullet journals, because I like to see the end product. I will definitely be adding flip throughs for all these pages at the end. I don't know if I'm going to be doing 3 pages every time. I kind of like the 2-pager because it's a nice spread. Maybe I will do 4 pages because it's a nice even spread, but we'll see what happens. I might stick to this, you know, idea of what happened during the month, like the main highlights of my month for September as well, just because sorry, there's a police car. I don't know if you can hear that, but it gives me a little bit of structure, and then we have room to expand. So I don't know, we're going to be doing a lot of experimenting, and I hope you enjoy it, because I'm looking forward to seeing if I can actually fill up this sketchbook. To tell you the truth, I have ripped out 2 pages so far when I was starting this, because I didn't have an idea yet of what I was going to do. But when I decided to do like the highlights of the month, that really kind of helped me out. So we're going to be doing this for a while, and then if I get other ideas, I will be doing spreads for them as well in this art journal. And that's what I'm going to be calling this video, the art journal. So if you liked it, please let me know, and if you want to see more of these videos and like the format, I would really love to hear from you, because again, I enjoy doing this, and I hope you enjoyed it as well, and it is not too redundant for the content that I do, which is a lot of studio vlogs. Anyway, here is the flip through. I really like looking at it, and keeping it simple. I'm not going to be scanning in the pages because it's just easier to edit, and I also really like it in this light. It's a little bit too harsh when I actually scanned it into the computer, and it kind of got rid of the look of it. So I'm going to keep it simple, and here is the final look of the pages. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching till the end. I will see you guys in the next video or in the next studio vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.